All right, Ableton Advanced Community. We are here to announce the sample challenge winner for December. His name is Peter Roberts. We're going to listen to his song real quick, and then we're going to do an interview with him to hear about how he made his song, which is very interesting to hear. First, we're going to hear the sample real quick, and then we're going to go right into his link and listen to the song. All right, that was the sample. Everybody had the same sample there to pretty much do whatever you wanted with it. So, you know, our criteria was sample use, selection and arrangement and structure, and mixing and mastering. So he did some really cool stuff. Wait till the end of the video and you can hear how he made this. All right, there you go. We are going to go right into a video interview with Peter Roberts. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. How you doing? Sorry for the
Good.
top-down view. I usually do kind of tutorials and things like that. Um, I'm here with Peter. You're the winner of the Ableton Advanced Community Sample Flip Challenge, which I can't help it. I have the song stuck in my head. I love the lyrics. I thought it was brilliant. There was some other good submissions to it, but I think yours really stood out very far. So thank you for submitting, and we really enjoyed this. We hold these challenges to mainly to be an exercise to get people outside the box and to kind of use something, because we usually go with an idea and we run with that, and it's kind of giving you a parameter to work with, working with a sample or a MIDI, and our goal is to help someone maybe learn something by that. So I'd like to just hear your process on um, how this sample kind of was a challenge to you, how you used it, and I'll give you the air and let you explain kind of like what you used and how your process was with this sample for your song.
Well, I really like watching Andrew Huang's Four Producers One Sample Challenge, and the one that has inspired me the most was when AU5 was on, and he took the sample and completely generated an entire track based on the sample. So from the get-go, I kind of decided I wanted to do that. Especially because there was so much content within the sample that we were given. And so what I did first was I created the instruments that I was going to use. So I took um, little snippets of it and looped them in within a sampler, and then adjusted some of the parameters within sampler, like the filter envelope and the pitch. Or the FM oscillator, because there's a little bit of FM there, and then there's a pitch envelope as well. So I did that, and then I created, let's see, I created a bass instrument, an organ instrument, a sort of pluck that you don't really hear but you kind of feel, like a rhythm guitar thing, and then there may have been one other one, and then just kind of put effects on those to kind of design them to make them seem more like a real instrument. And then from there, I took there's a little tiny like S or T or something that has a real snappy transient, so I took that to make some drum samples with. And the hi-hat was the easiest one to make it with because it lives in that sort of like 5K and up range that hi-hats really live in. So that was pretty easy just to take that and sort of mess around with it a little and just make a hi-hat sound. The kick and the snare were a little more difficult, so I took that same like S and T and I pitched them down to where a fundamental would be. But the unfortunate thing about that is there's no top end on it. So the only two places I used things that weren't the sample were when I recorded vocals, and I put a little white noise on both the kick and the snare to get that like the snap of the transient on it. And so the fundamental of the kick and the snare is from the sample, and then the transient thing is from white noise. And then from there, I kind of started building the track. The beat's pretty simple. It's just kick all 4 beats and snare on 2 and 4 like an EDM thing. And I kept the tempo at the rate of the sample. So I think it's 90 BPM. And then kind of made the different sections. So there's kind of like an A and a B section that I sing over, and then there's a C section where I have like kind of a long solo that happens over that, and then went back to A and B again, and then there's an intro outro. So I kind of developed that arc before I did anything else, and then I wrote a melody over it. I used an operator to write the melody, but then I didn't keep it in there. I just turned it off, and then my wife actually wrote some lyrics for me, so she came up with those. I didn't do that. I'm a terrible lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sang it in and did lots and lots of takes, tried lots and lots of things to get a sound. I only have an SM58 right now, and it's got a weird like boost at around 3K, which is um, really bad on my voice, like really, really, really bad. So I tried all sorts of things, like putting the mic farther away from me, and that's what I ended up going with, and then trying to scoop that out of there, but it's pretty obnoxious to try to get that out. So that's one of the reasons the vocals kind of end up farther back, because I don't have a decent microphone to capture my. I've got a really. You can't tell when I talk like this, but I have a really big, giant voice, and so it's hard to. The SM58 is not a good mic for that, but it's what I have right now.
And now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it and dissect everything. Why now that I know I have the key to the song. Uh, Again, thank you very much for entering. I thought it's a very brilliant song. It's the arrangement and the structure um, are just phenomenal. I still have the tune stuck in my head. It's got the life walking beat. Like you just want to get out and like go for a stroll or something. I don't know. It's very inspirational and motivational song for me. Thank you for doing it and being a part of it. And I hope you have a good time with the class with Jason Timothy. He's a brilliant guy. He's going to do a hands-on course with you. So this is going to be interactive with him.
Oh, sweet.
You know, if you have the time and everything else like that, I know we're, you know, got jobs and things to do, but whenever you find the time, that's what he's going to be there for you for the whole month. Your song will be showcased at the top of the page for the whole month too, and I'll give you links and everything else. You also go on to our new YouTube channel and everything else. I'm trying to broaden our horizons,
For
so to
sure.
speak. So thanks for being a part of that.